let's, Poneto Town Council, October 10th meeting, 7 p.m. So I want to call a meeting to order. It's the music. It's hallelujah.
That's not music.
It's evidently is good. Anyway, I want to call the meeting to order. So we'll start out with roll call.
Linda Ogle, present.
Michael Carafin, present.
Paul Miller, present. Yes, and then we're going to move on to step 3, the approval of the October minutes. Anybody see anything that they thought was incorrect or need to change?
It looks right from what I remember.
All right, let's make a motion to approve it.
I second.
Is it aye? Vote.
Aye.
You second it?
Did you make the motion?
I seconded. Aye.
Aye.
Now Linda, you second, right? Okay.
We go a little fast anyway.
No. I got the short end.
Yeah, I didn't see anything on there.
Oh, you signed this off the one for you. Oops.
All right, we're going to move to step 4 on old business. So step 4A is appointment to the Wells County Area and Planning Commissioner. We got our town board member, Michael. He's actually doing it now. Would you want to keep on doing it?
Sure.
Well, that way there, by the first of the year, we need to actually tell Susie Jennis,
Fill out the second half of that one, and then,
and I'll stay the,
okay, down, you fill out the second half there. I can send that to her.
now unless Linda wants to do it.
No.
You want to be the alternate?
No.
We did that once, didn't we?
Yeah.
I just don't have time.
Cool, cool.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yes, 2027.
Yeah.
So it ends,
So, what?
12/26.
2026,
Yeah,
and
12/26.
Is it?
you have 27.
This is.
Well, that's what this
25.
says.
Oh, it says 27 there?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do it.
Oh, 2
Oh,
years.
wait, no. Oh, you mean here. This is for your appointment to the APC.
Right. Oh, I just assumed they needed to match. Okay, I can change that.
Because this is the law now with the new things to record, we have to have this on the agenda. That when you guys' terms.
Okay.
Yeah, so this would be your term for the Wells County Planning Commission.
My bad.
So hard. What, scribbling for?
And you send that to Susie?
Yeah, I will. Not tomorrow though, because it's a holiday.
Yeah, yeah. Right, let's move on to the old, new business, action 5. 5A, the opioid dollars, the 8116. I think Michael made a motion to use that last month, right?
Yeah, we used one last month.
Right, and actually here, I wanted to read this, I got thank you from them.
Okay.
Thank you so much for reaching out and providing great funds to our CARE program. We appreciate the support as we continue to support starting families in our community. And this is from the FCS.
Okay.
So the 8116 now, we, about twice a year, we get dollars from the state opioid. And so the 8116, we just received it like last month.
Well, we just received the other one 2 months ago.
No, we received that, we've had it on file.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we
You
have
didn't
more.
present it to us till.
Right. So I just thought before I forget,
Okay.
let's talk about, do you guys want to do this again, or what do you want to do with it?
Do we wanna mix it up, or do we,
Yes,
either way, I'm fine with
Yeah, what is this right here? FCS?
family service.
Yeah,
I think that's a really good,
they were grateful for it, and they do counseling in drug abuse.
and is that all local here, Walsh County?
Yeah.
I think so, I know.
Mhm.
Okay.
You got any other options, maybe?
I was just thinking, because I've seen it in the news, the funding shortages at the animal shelter. But
I don't think we could do that,
we can't do that.
because unless
They
they're
don't.
gonna counsel them for drug abuse.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Adults can't get counseling.
Well, I guess I didn't realize this was a counseling.
Yeah,
thing.
it
I thought
has
it was
to
like
be-
a charitable thing.
No, it has to be something
Yes,
with
ma'am.
drug abuse, the opioid dollars.
Okay, makes sense. Then, yeah, I'm fine
Yeah.
with that again.
All right, so let's make a motion to use that again on the
Paul makes a motion.
FC
I second.
vote.
Okay.
All right. That's a good cause.
I think, yeah, just be grateful for it.
All right, now sidewalk policy. So we're still in new business 5, option B, the sidewalk policy for the town of Poneto. See, Luann's got his, the Cherubusco, Indiana sidewalk policy. I think we got our own already, right?
Well,
It's,
here's what happened, Kelly Rush and Mary came in and talked to me at the post office, the church is getting ready to put a new sidewalk.
mhm.
So they're wondering what the town pays. Well, I looked at what we had, and it was $5 a running foot. And what they are, let me see, yeah, they're doing, it'd be 32 running feet they're doing, so that'd be $160. Well, that's way outdated. So if we did 50% like the Cherubusco one, their total cost is gonna be, almost $7, so that'd be $3,500 for us, which I think is a little steep, because we have in our budget about $1,200 for sidewalk replacement. So I did some figuring, and if we upped it, instead of $5 a running foot, if we upped it to $50 a running foot, then it would be $1,600 we pay them for the 7,000, like it's 7,000, maybe 7,000 for the job. So like I said, if we did $50 a running foot, made that our new policy, then,
You went through our policies already?
right.
And I think that on our policies, we never said 50/50, right?
Becky, I think it said that, but there was
Yeah,
nothing.
Well, I had one of the gentlemen from the church approach me over it last week, and he asked, and I said, well, as far as I know, it was 50/50 when Steve was our president for years.
But there's nothing in this folder, this is the sidewalk folder. And like I say, it started out at $2.50 a square foot, and then Mary made a motion, that, let me see if I can find. To pay $5 a running foot. It's been a date on it.
It's, I did ask Steve one time, this was a while back, but what I remember is that we never really had a policy of 50/50. I think the town, it's, maybe once or twice the town did 50/50, or maybe they just did a square foot, you know, like.
A running
indicated
foot
in
they
this.
have, yeah.
Does that include, that gentleman told me that Ramsey's was supposed to come in and tear up the old this morning. Does,
At the church.
yes. And then, Matt Kalaus, I think is his last name, is the one who's going to do the sidewalks. So are we paying to have it taken, the old taken out? Or we
Kelly
just
told
paying-
me the quote was about $7,000 to do the job.
Then that probably includes Ramsey then.
Probably. I think it would cover the entire job. That's the quote she gave me.
Well, I wasn't clear on it since it was two different firms that was doing it, you know?
Yeah. It said she was gonna try and be here tonight, but.
Matt, the one who is gonna actually do the sidewalks, is a son-in-law to Tracy Jennis, who is the instructor building trades down
Okay.
here on Susie's house.
So I think the Chair Bosco policy, and I only have that because Jeff, a couple of years ago, I asked George Helton, our field rep,
Yeah.
and he referred me to her. But I think 50% is a little steep. for
Yeah,
our
well,
budget.
Chair Busco, and I mean, they're so much bigger than we are,
Yeah.
They got money, we
you know.
So I think probably our best route would be to make it a certain price of running foot.
Well, let's do that, and then, so let's go ahead and, I'll make a motion, since we don't have one already, to make a motion to actually, when something like this arises, we make it.
Right,
I
no, I
think you were
retyped that.
suggesting $5, or you just?
$50.
$50 square foot.
Yeah, $5 a square foot would only pay $160 of the
And
bill.
what's 50 gonna pay?
1,600.
And how much are we budgeted for?
We have 1,500 budgeted for the sidewalk thing. We could take that extra 100 from like economic development or something else like that.
Well, you're a bookkeeper, so you know what we can do. I think the $50 is a fair price per square foot.
No, it's a
So,
running foot.
Okay, running.
That's what was been here in the past, running foot.
Which church is this? Is this the Baptist church?
No,
Yes.
Methodist.
The Methodist church?
Yeah, are they going to a new church also?
No, that's the Baptist.
Baptist is.
Oh, the Baptist is building it?
Mhm.
Where at?
They're
Where
gonna
they're
tear-
at?
Tear that one down, and
Where?
it's gonna be like a pole barn type
Oh.
church. They weren't allowed to build onto this one because of the structure.
So are you making
All
a
right,
motion,
so
Paul?
I'm
to-
making a motion to actually put in our policies and procedures that we do $50 per running foot
Okay,
for sidewalk replacements.
now, just hopefully everybody doesn't decide to do that one year.
At least on the bright side, you wouldn't have to touch it again for a while.
So I
Well-
need a second on it then.
I'll second.
Because as of right now too, it's, there is all kinds of grants out there for sidewalks that I was hoping to get you involved with. Which we may be able to get a lot of sidewalks, you know, I mean, grant money for sidewalks.
I think a lot of that is involved in the community crossing grants, isn't it? And doesn't that include streets and sidewalks?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's, we'd have to get somebody looking. Really, the ideal thing would be to, the guy that Kelly had been in contact with, what's that name, it was, because they write grants like that, and they would develop them.
Well, so does your wife, right? Well, she didn't write them, but she actually worked with them and came up with grants.
She's written a few grant proposals.
Yeah.
I mean, if she wants to take it on, fine, but that'd be a lot of work.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Grants
you
are a
know,
lot of work.
I will ask her about it before I volunteer.
Oh, yeah, don't volunteer. Yeah, exactly. But you know what, if we can actually go through there and we can actually get some grant money for sidewalks. And again, it would actually improve the look of the town.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we got a lot of sidewalks that you can't see no more.
Did you see from the house east of the beauty salon, Kyler? He started cleaning off the sidewalk.
I
He
noticed
Clear
that.
down, he got clear down, probably maybe this far from Meridian. He piled it on both sides of the sidewalk. He wanted to use it to fill in holes in his backyard.
The dirt?
He never got any of it, so I went over there and I put it all in piles on the sidewalk, so it didn't kill what grass was there. And he still didn't get any of it, so I called him one day and I said, I'm gonna load up this dirt, where do you want it? He said, oh, just put it in my backyard, so I loaded the truck up.
You should have called me with my tractor, or came down and got my tractor. That's a lot of work.
So I loaded it all up, took it down the alley, threw it over in his backyard.
I wonder who dug that
As
up.
if you don't know that you're
I loaded it up and I took it down to, town property down there by the railroad track and threw it down.
Well, that wasn't even on his property, is it? Where the sidewalk is that a lot of
No,
that?
he
those
just
slopes?
thought he'd clear it off, but it's all broken up, I mean,
Okay.
you know, it all needs, but it looks better than it did, you
Yeah.
know.
Hey, can I get a vote on that sidewalk thing? We've got a first and a second, I need a vote.
Yeah, now let's vote on it.
I,
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Just out of curiosity, these grants that you've mentioned, do you know, or have you seen, are they specifically for brand new sidewalks, or do they cover repairs to existing ones also, or does it just depend on the grant?
It's actually, to be honest with you, I couldn't tell you. I mean,
think it's
whether,
just
but in what I've heard, it was for either you know how Wells County and Bluffton actually did the corners? You know, you can get them for, that's completely separate than the regular sidewalk. So you can get in two parts, you can get them for like the corners, or you can get them for the whole entire sidewalk, or just the sidewalks and not the corners, or all of it together.
we'll see, like, about 3 years ago, that's what they did. Different spots, you can see, there's no sidewalk, but in the corner, on the corner, it's handicap assessed. And I asked one of the workers that day, I said, why are you guys doing this? And he goes, wasting your taxpayer dollars. So we got that done, but you know, where are you gonna go? They got the nice thing right up the corner, and then you can't go down the sidewalk, 'cause there's no sidewalk.
Because the sidewalk in front of our house is awful.
Yeah,
I do know that the town of Markle got some community crossing grants a couple of years ago, so I don't know if you know anybody in that town, if your wife was interested in finding out a little more about it.
I do know somebody in Markle.
Okay.
Community crossing grant?
Yes.
I apologize putting a lot of this on you like that, but
No.
you're already a lot, gonna know a lot more about this than I ever would. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to new business, 5C, the nuisance order violations.
Does anybody need, do you have one of those ordinances of the nuisance ordinance?
I don't think so.
Okay, do you have yours, Linda?
yes, I do.
And you have yours?
No. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that.
We have several different ordinances, so anytime you want, she can give you a copy.
Okay.
And did you find that one from Bluffton, how does it adopt?
I did not. I didn't look those, I'll be honest.
All right, so it was a single paper, if you remember right. It was a single paper that we might be able to get Michael to actually get it off of Sue again, now his next visit. It was a single paper. It's Walls County adopted their noise ordinance. There was too many people in Bluffton, like, not noise ordinance, but
New
trash ordinance. So they went through and they specified everything that was trash. So in their new ordinance now, trash means all of this. You know, tires, rubber, glass, doors, trash. You know, broken motors, so broken down cars, broken lawnmowers. You know, so it all, and she sent it to us to adopt, so that we could follow along with Bluffton. And that way there, now again, we still got to, and you see in this here, we got it specified in there. Trash, under our trash, it means rubbish and matters such as ashes, cans, metalware, broken glass, crockery, paper, cardboard, foul, just a whole bunch of stuff.
And actually, if you look on page 3, section 2.4, that lists the 18 violations that can be cited for.
Exactly. So yeah. And then I believe, so the 18, all of that stuff right there, instead of, and why we're doing this, that's why we're actually talking about this, what I'd like to do is, in our policy here, because actually for somebody to actually sit and write down every little thing, and I believe Bluffton already did this, so when they send out a violation, instead of sending out every little thing that needs to be picked up, they put in their violation section, you know, 2-4 under whatever.
Right, and that when I send out a nuisance ordinance, I will put 2-4, and then I put like number 6 or number 5.
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly,
And I specify what it is.
yeah.
Like tall weeds or fallen trees or whatever. That's what I list on the nuisance ordinance when I send them out.
So you do the 2.4, say like 14,
Right,
yeah, the storage of explosive.
right. And then
I
list that.
wonder, when we send one out, if we should send a copy of the ordinance so they can refer to this. There's a lot of them question it, you know, whether,
what I could do is just make copies of these pages, the 2 pages, and then highlight. Could do that.
And then add them to your statement you're sending out.
Yeah, because some people may not have the ordinance.
Well, the thing about it is, right here is, you know, say like it is, I just lost the paper.
you mean you just lost your mind.
Yeah. All right, say like right here, Yeah. Any dead or domestic or wild animal, I mean, you know, that's, you know, let's go up to 8. So any wastewater, filth, you know, garbage, rubbish, animal waste, human. Hold on, any real property was,
And again, though, I think what we talked about was, we want things that are obvious. We don't want to drive
Yeah, yeah.
for things, you know.
yeah, we don't want to,
Everybody's got it. so-
everybody's got something. It's just a major,
Yeah.
I mean, when you see a bunch of clutter, you know, I wish people would actually, you know, some people don't care, you know,
Right.
and some people do. So it's like your brand new house, you know, you wouldn't want me to move beside you, and you
Have a
know,
bunch of stuff, no.
yeah. Well, thank you for this.
Yes.
All right, so the nuisance order violations, right? So was that just us going through it, or is that what you actually already sent out?
No, last meeting, some of you were saying that there were certain properties in town that are violation, and I said, what I need for you to do is to write down
I got them right here.
what they're doing wrong, and then I want all 3 of you to sign it, so you agree with it, because, and then I can send them out.
Okay. It's Isaiah Gills. It's tall bushes next to alley, tall bushes, and they are. I mean, I actually noticed that. Now, again, I think she lives there by herself. So maybe I would offer to go down and cut them off, or, you know, I don't know if she would have a chainsaw or any way to cut brushes.
I didn't pick her mail up. She never picks her mail up.
It's a burning pile on the south side of the house.
Yeah,
It's a trash and grill west side of the garage.
I mean, that would probably be the easier way to go about it, because, like I said, I'm not sure she would get the message. And she does have that one pile thing down by the road,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
good. So,
And I
is that something you wanna take on?
It's well, I'll take on, because I'm gonna go over there anyway, I'm gonna be over that way to clean up that mess the town's got. And I'm also gonna go over there and clean up Young's and John's fence row.
Oh,
So I'll go ahead and do that also.
okay.
Because I gotta clean up that alley right there too, that the town acquired that property on. So I'll go ahead and do that also.
So is that all she had for Gills?
Tall,
Bushes
bushes
by the
next to us, and
alley.
burning pile on the south side of the house.
Okay.
It's-
Trash and grills, west side of the
Tall
house.
bushes by the alley, you said?
Yes, and so is the burning pile.
Okay, it's,
And you take care of the burn pile as well?
Well, no, I wanna just take care of the alley, the weed, the tall brush, bushes.
Okay,
You know,
So
now
I
while
would
I'm
just-
down, while I'm down there, I mean, I'll ask her if she needs help, and then I ain't got a problem helping all these guys if they need it.
okay.
You know, so I'll go ahead and talk to her, but I
Okay.
still, you know, I listen here, who's this? Corey?
Right here on the corner.
69 West Washington.
Oh, okay, it's, all right, okay, for one, there's 3 push motors in the front yard. So, there was a riding lawnmower in the front yard. It's a pile of shingles along the curb.
Okay, they moved those around to the back because they're building a playhouse, which is illegal, but they're.
Oh, for Azalea, and aren't they, she was telling me, they're building a playhouse for them. I'm looking here for the mowers. What number would be? Do you have the number written down beside them?
No, I didn't.
I mean, if they don't work, you can slide it in under 5.
Under junk.
But do they work or don't?
I guess I gotta look at the definition.
They got 4 push mowers, one works and 3 doesn't.
Okay, so you said under 5, Michael?
Well, then, I didn't want to stick my foot in my mouth, so I said, let me look at the definitions of those.
There is one that says, any junk automobiles, automobile posts, parked broken concrete or scrap metal, though, that's not really.
See, and that one from Bluffton had all that in it, because they defined every little thing.
Which one of these 2020 ordinance? I got
So, what is that,
2025.
2025?
You need one of them,
That's-
All right, so
2020-2, yeah.
this one here is ordinance number 2025.
Where?
So it's just near the nose one?
Let me see.
I have ordinance back to
Yeah,
1993.
1993.
Would it fit under 3 as a
This one's
household?
not signed by anybody, so it's
Well,
not
that was
legal.
the original one was signed, this is Linda's copy.
Right, but if this is not signed, you would all have the signed copies. I would have given you signed copies, so that means it wasn't passed.
Oh, how would I have gotten that?
Well, probably when we were looking at samples. 'Cause,
Okay.
let me see when this was signed here. Yeah, this was signed in June
June
2020.
And then we had to adopt Bluffton's also, so, and Bluffton's did have all that stuff. Weed and rate rotation, soil and nuisance, or the town person.
Um, So you're saying here, the pile of shingles along the curb has been moved?
Yeah, they got them around back. I
And
assume they're
trees.
going to put them on.
So I can
like-
cross that one out.
Yeah.
Deep freeze,
Yep.
small swimming pool with water in it,
Mhm.
fall weeds around the house,
Yep.
sink top on west side of the house, trash containers on the street, and wood building material.
Yeah, they got a lot of it just laid up against.
Do you not think they're gonna use that for, and then the other one is who?
Aaron Sorgen.
Plastic barrels, broken pile, light poles in the back alley. Vehicle west side of house,
Yeah, it's been there next to the alley, next to their house for a long, long time, years.
pile of brush back of the house, large wire cage on the east side of the house. And west what trailer, oh, utility trailer on the east side of the house, okay, so this here, I want you guys to look at that, and if you agree, just sign the bottom of the page, so I can.
Okay, plastic barrels for air sorter, broken riding lawnmower. It's a pile of light poles at back alley. Vehicle west side of house, next to alley. Pile of brush, back of house, next to alley. Large wire cage on east side of house. Utility trailer, east side of house. Is the trailer good?
You know, I don't know, we probably ought to mark that one off, because I think they loaded
I
it.
got 3 trailers,
Yeah,
you know.
they got 2 or 3 down there, so go ahead and mark that one off.
Okay. What's large wire cage on, what do you mean, large wire cage?
It's, a cage is probably as tall as me and maybe as long as this.
Well, a cage though, couldn't they be, like, my neighbors have cages in their backyard, but they use their dog, they'll put them in their dogs.
Yeah, they don't.
But
They have-
I don't know if we can necessarily say you have to remove the cages. I'm trying to think what that would even be under,
They haven't used them, I know, for years.
but for us to say you haven't used them, so you can't, and I don't really know which one that would be under, Linda. I don't think that would qualify really under any of these.
Well, definitely, this house here needs, you know, it's been,
Well, so
it's not a mess, it's also dangerous.
read through, Sorgens again.
Like Sorgens is,
The first one,
plastic barrels.
you see,
You know, those big barrels that got like
Does he
4 or
use that
5
for something or?
but we don't, how can we say if they use them or not, you know? And I don't know what that would fall under, plastic barrels.
Well, my only concern is, why wouldn't they put them other than right out along the street and where everybody can see them?
It's like, I would not paint a toilet and plant flowers. I guess I can't really tell my neighbors they can't do that.
The way I read this, I mean, so I'm looking at section C instead of section A. You do have a bit of a catch-all by saying, or the aesthetic well-being of the community.
What are you looking at, Michael?
As far as violation, no owner, occupant, etc. shall permit or allow to remain on the property any other condition which is detrimental to the public health, comfort, safety, or aesthetic well-being of the community. That gives you a pretty broad amount of discretion if we wanted to.
So you're saying it don't necessarily need to list the number in 2.4?
I mean, I think there's enough wiggle room there to where you might be able to, even if it doesn't fit perfectly with one of the 18 definitions, you can kind of slide
So
something
just
in.
go ahead and list the things that she put, and then,
Yeah, and then, you know, they can always come and voice their opinion and tell us.
okay, so like I say, if you guys all agree, go ahead and sign that, because I would like to have that as a backup in case, you know. Did we cross out everything that we thought of?
Where's the other one?
Oh, Gil's, he's gonna take care of that about, I think.
No,
But you said you were
the
gonna
tall
talk to her.
brushes and then I'll talk
But
to her
you
also.
said you were gonna talk to
Yeah.
her, so I need to
This
send
house is
her
straight
one
in
now.
the street, the
And
last
there's a pile on
one.
the south side of the house. Yeah, I just keep this.
Before Meridian or past
Yeah.
Meridian?
No,
Right
that's it.
next to
I'll talk
Linda's
her about
beauty
that.
shop.
And then I can
Yeah.
help her over.
End of the.
Cause she, I don't know.
Okay.
No, I'm not seeing this, no, I'm not seeing this. Solomon Day, he's been on.
Yep,
That pile of brush is.
and while we're doing that here too, this is that complaint that we never really talked about, that we got from
Yeah.
surgeons actually, about mortgages.
There's a ton.
You know, now evidently,
Light
there's,
poles, telephone poles.
this was back 9/8, so chances
We're
are this
talking
is all.
like light was thinking
Well, isn't
16,
it about the
right?
alley?
Okay, we have a complaint in the town alley between 89 and West Orange. Labor
You
Day,
tell me.
had a sign,
It's gonna make it
and
awesome.
on Labor Day, had an ATV in a trailer park somewhere ours, which belongs to Dwayne Morgan, parked in the alley for hours. He has enough room to park, in his garage or within his property. Those are photos. Agreements with the town board approved stone, okay? And for that complaint, I did get a hold of Minnick, and Minnick said that like everybody else, like the guys that was doing the roads, you know, from Brooks, it said he will get to it this year, so I made a point to him, let him know that, you know, the alley and the basin's gotta be done this year. Cause that's how our budget's planned for this year. So he won't get it done. So,
He's not gonna get it done this year.
he better,
Okay.
he told me he would, you know, it's, and then Ness is coming in this week.
Come on, let's get
Right.
this signed first, kind of, then this is what we talk about.
The orange square looking,
So are you signing that, Michael, or when are you gonna?
am I right?
The people that the little kids come down there and want to play.
Okay, it's that house, the one with the garage door, that is
Yes,
plywood.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Oh, he's wondering which house you're talking
I
about.
just wanted to make sure I was thinking
Yeah.
of the right one and not
Just,
different.
just right down the end of this property.
Okay. So we don't think that wire cage, that's not for a dog or anything like that, you said?
But maybe they're gonna get a dog. I mean, we don't know their intentions, you know. So I don't think we can really tell people, you can't have that because, I don't know, I just think,
Is that, just because I haven't seen it, is that tolerable if they fix the first 5? Or? I'm asking.
Well, a lot of people will get, I don't know, I haven't seen it either, but a lot of people will get the wire cages or the metal cages that the big, you know, say like farm, say like chemicals come in.
Mm-hmm.
And then they keep the cage, you know, or the, whatever it is, I don't know what it is. But, yeah,
I don't know, it's been there for years, so I don't know that they've ever used it for anything, but maybe they're going to. We can cross it off, right here.
Okay.
because to be honest, I have a fence back behind my garage that I haven't used for years. I mean, it's one of those cow panels, you know.
But it's not right out along the street where everybody has to look at it.
And that's
Yeah.
number 4, that's a broken down vehicle.
Yes.
Okay.
so, now doing this, which needs to be done, but doing this, we're gonna get a lot of complaints in a lot of other places.
Possibly.
Well, I did my job.
All right, and, while we're at it, so, when Gills, she had, and again, so, you said she doesn't speak English. I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of the bushes. I'll see if I can talk to her about the burning pile and get it cleaned up. You know, it's, I did see it, and it does need cleaned up.
And if that doesn't work, you can bring it to the next meeting.
Maybe I'll try to get a hold of Isaiah even. 'cause
He
you
ain't
know,
gonna do nothing.
you know, and like, hey, you know, I mean, relay a message to her.
I
But,
don't know when you're gonna have time to do all this.
well,
You haven't cleaned that up down there that we did 2 months ago.
well, I was kind of waiting for Ness to come in. You know, he's coming in this week, then I'll get it done this week. You know, because I don't want to clean up all the brush so I can get him to take it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank you.
The tires, stuff like that, and
Yeah, you were talking about Ness, I'm sorry. and you were-
he said he's coming in, Ness is coming in this week to start on the trees. he said that he's coming in this week to do the job. And he also had a complaint, like it said, I talked to you a little bit about it the other day, that he don't think it's right that he's gotta wait, because now he's doing it, you know, the first of the month, now he's gotta wait, and we gotta vote for it again to pay him next month.
And just
Okay.
for your information, I called the state board of accounts today, and I said, I wanted to clarify to make sure I understood this correctly. Linda, you were at that meeting when the auditors were here. They said we cannot pay until the job is done, and then at the next meeting, you have to sign the voucher before I can send the check out. And I called the state board of accounts again today and said, am I understanding this correctly? They said, yes.
Right, so is that on everything?
The big jobs that aren't normal, like electric and all that, that occur monthly, I can pay that because I have a warrant or an ordinance saying what I can pay.
Okay,
But jobs like that, no, just like the playground equipment. I mean, we had to tell them that, and, you know, they agreed with that. And the auditor said you were welcome to call him if you want to, and
Oh,
he'll tell you the same
believe
thing.
you. I believe you, it just seemed, you know, we went through the process of voting,
Right, and I said to him
you
that.
know, to say, okay, we're gonna get this guy and we're gonna approve this amount.
Right, and I said, so even though they've approved it, I can't go ahead and do the check without them signing the voucher, but that's right,
Okay, well,
so. I know, that
That's
sounds
the way it
far
is.
out, but,
Also, that would seem unsettling to me if I were a contractor.
Exactly.
yeah, you know, that's why, you know, it's, yeah.
because it's a government job, I guess, that's the auditor said. So anybody who wants to call the state board of accounts, I'll give you the number and you can call them.
Government always pays its bills.
All right, so it's, anyway, I got a complaint here, this is back in 9/8. I wasn't here last month, but, we had Mr. Sorgen, actually, he said it, 3 months ago, the town board approved stone to be put in the alley between these properties, his property and Morgan's property. And I did get a hold of Manick, and Manick said he's gonna get it done before the end of the year. The alley and the basin. So I asked him about both of them, because we already approved both of them, you know, for him to do, you know, so. I'm guessing he's just busy like everybody else. You know, I can't tell you why it's not getting done. You know, except that he's busy, I guess. All right, now, a quick question here, okay? Say like the Jackie Alford, and again, I believe anybody gets training is 100%. I mean, you know, training is key to everything. But on something like that, say like you spend money, say like Jackie, does that need to go through the board? Or
Yeah,
can you
it
just?
did, and it kind of informally did. I mean, the week before I talked to her, I didn't mention, I brought it up here at the meeting and told you. that-
And I probably said the same thing I'm saying now. I mean, if it's for training, I'm all for any kind of training,
Right,
because you're the one that's handling the money,
right.
you know?
I don't recall you bringing that up.
I did, it was at the end of the meeting.
And you specified you were gonna,
Yes, about.
Have Jackie?
Have Jackie, yes, I did, and we
I
can,
remember
we can play it. if we need to.
Oh, no, it's only, no, my thing is something like this here. Says, okay, it was a low amount, it ain't nothing like what we're paying him to cut down the trees.
Right, and
Does it work the same way? You know, before we pay her, does it gotta go through the town?
that's a good question.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, if it's good for one, it should be good for all,
Mhm.
is what I'm, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because again, like Michael said, you know, if I was a contractor, like, you know, he's thinking, I mean, you know, it's gonna be a month,
But he knows it, because I've told
I
him
know.
multiple times.
you
Yeah,
know,
so. Again, I'll give you the phone number if you want to call him.
oh, no, I don't need to. I mean, I believe you. All right, so, that's a nuisance. We're still in we're still in new business. Option C, I'm sorry, option D, to hire Larry Tippin for the AFR and other questions.
Okay, I hired, with your permission, I hired him last year. And he came in and he basically went over the annual financial report to make sure I did everything correctly. And I think the state board of council was really happy that, because they wanted a second set of eyes going over all this. And that was in one of my things, we audit, how are you gonna prevent mistakes from happening again? And then I said, well, I hired Larry Tiffin and they were okay with that. So his fee is $75 an hour, and he also is the one who developed our capital assets plan. And so I will have to get with him again for sure to let him know the new things, like the playground equipment that we added and the new property required. He updates that. But I also got a lengthy 2-page thing from the State Board of Accounts a couple weeks ago, saying all these things that were not uploaded to Gateway that were supposed to be. One of them was back in February 2024, approved minutes. Well, that's when Brad was in and he didn't leave any minutes. So I had to tell them, you know, what was going on. So I had to just type something up and put it in. And I corrected pretty much everything they listed, except for they want me now to reconcile the Trust Indiana bank statement. I don't know how to do that because I've been putting the interest just directly into our sewer account, and so I need help with that. And like I need to develop a personnel policy now. That's something else we're requiring.
Policy and procedure.
A personnel policy, yeah.
What do
So,
you mean by that, personnel policy?
yeah, what do I mean by that? I think it's just kind of like a personnel handbook. So I put it out. There's a group of clerks that have their share things. So I just say, hey, any small town have a personnel policy that they would share with me. So one of them uploaded there. It's basically an employee handbook. So I'm gonna just kind of take what pertains to us from that. Hopefully by December I'll have that developed, so you guys can approve that, so I can upload it to Gateway.
That way everybody in the office plays nice together.
That's right. I mean, so that's what I mean, they're just always wanting new stuff. So, yeah, I would like permission to hire Larry to come and help me with, especially with this Trust Indiana, because I don't know what to do.
What is his hourly rate, do you know?
$75.
$75.
Yeah.
How many hours you think it takes?
Not more than 100.
100.
That's good. It's a start. So, is he a CPA or?
Yeah, he actually used to be an auditor for the State Board of Accounts.
Okay.
So he's very knowledgeable, and one of the ladies I took to talk to in the State Board of Accounts, I said I would like to hire him to help.
I
She said,
think, if I'm thinking right, it was around $2,000 the last time.
no, not for him.
Not for him?
No, that would have been for,
Would you think at $75 an hour, would you think 10 hours would be
oh, I would think so.
optimal, what
I
you
would
need,
think so.
or
I would-
less?
Yeah, probably less than that. Yeah, I don't think it would even be that. That $2,000 probably for financial solutions. They were the real steep ones. Charge a lot.
Well, again, I mean, if you need to know something, I mean, if you need to
Yeah, I
learn
know.
something, I mean, you know, we gotta pay to get you some training.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
who
I'm
to
all
reach out
for
to.
that.
So,
You know, now, you know, I would like to put a stipulation in there. So I'd go ahead and make a motion, yes, to hire Larry for 10 hours or less, you know, at $75 an hour, you know,
Okay.
a maximum of 10 hours. You know, for training that you need to,
mhm. And like I say, then in the annual financial report is due the end of February. I would like to have him go over that too. And I'm thinking that should only take maybe a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours, is what he said. So,
well, maybe
Yeah.
we can, you know, maybe this year will go quick and we can use that 10 hours that I just made a motion for, if it passes, you know, to keep it still in that 10-hour range. Is he willing to come here?
He did last time. He came for one time, so that's what I'm gonna email him and see if he can come for one afternoon and answer these questions for me. And then he does some work remotely,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So do I
Well, I made a motion to hire Larry.
Did you say second?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
That frog is in your throat.
All right, let's
Vote.
vote on it.
Aye.
Okay. I'll contact him this week.
Yeah, well, we gotta keep you up to date, you know, so that we'll make sure that we're staying.
Well, the state is always adding new stuff. I mean, it's like,
Oh, I know. All right, so it's, before we move on, it's, let's stay in the new business. It's, on this here, I was kind of curious, do we pay to have this, or put in this paper? So I know we put it in every year, but
What
say
is it?
like, the Poneto Town Council meeting,
they requested that I send the minutes to the agenda to them.
But
Right, and we sent that
sometimes
first
it's
year,
in,
right?
sometimes it's not.
Say what now?
I say sometimes it's in and sometimes it's not.
Because sometimes I remember and sometimes I don't.
well, I know the first year we sent in the minutes.
Right,
all
well, the dates.
The dates.
Yeah, yeah, and so I'm trying to remember each
But-
time to send them the agenda.
Well, I also noticed that we're the only town next to Austin that does this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, nobody else does it.
Huh, they requested.
You know, I do that, who's requesting it?
The news banner,
Okay,
yeah.
so it's something that we wouldn't really need to do.
Well, I'm requesting it, I don't see anything against it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
and, which I'm sure is not much.
Oh, it doesn't cost us.
Oh, this doesn't cost
No.
us, okay.
No.
But on this one right here, I noticed too, it's, topics on the agenda, personal matters.
Yeah, personal or personnel?
Oh, okay.
Is it personnel?
Yeah,
Okay, so I think what they probably.
I just looked at it real quick.
Yeah, personnel. That's where they probably, where I put hire Larry Tippin.
Okay,
That's probably what
okay,
they.
okay. Well, I looked at that and I'm thinking,
I
well, how
know.
come nobody else is in here?
Becky called me.
You know.
and She goes, what is that?
Or she's seen the same thing I see.
Yeah,
I have a question here on our expense funds for October. It
yes.
says Trust of Indiana transfer. Year-to-date expenses, $236,515.49.
Are you looking at the expense report? Okay.
And then, it says remaining budget, you have a minus in front of
Right, because, and this is where I'm kind of reluctant to do all expenses. The sewer account, which is all your 6,000 numbers, doesn't have a budget. We don't do a budget for the sewer account.
Right.
So that's why there's always negative numbers are for the sewer account. Yeah, so if you look at all the 6,000 numbers, it's minus.
that. I still don't understand why we're showing for remaining budget a minus 236.
That's because we're not budgeting that.
So you're telling me this whole thing here is sewer?
Not the front isn't. If you look at the left, like the account numbers, like the, at the beginning, on the left-hand side, 1101, basically the whole first page, that's our general account, or general fund. And then as you turn the page, like the MVH expense, that's 2201, that's the budget, the fund number for the MVH fund. And then there's funds for each
6201 is all sewer?
Yes, yes.
So it starts, 62.
And the opioid one, I noticed is showing a minus, and that's because I did not budget the opioid fund in the beginning of the year. See, at the beginning of the year, I get with my fry guy, and we put all the budget that you approved, we put those numbers in the system. So then it tells you how much is remaining. So every time I go to write a check in the sewer account, it pops up and says, this is, too much, overdrawn or whatever. But I just, I have to click on it and say, yes, that's okay.
And that's why there's a minus, because we don't know.
That's right.
So every time we pull out of that, it shows minus.
Yeah.
That's different.
I know.
Wow.
And most of it played.
Shayna come home last night and said she got out of the car and she smelled smoke. And she walked up on her deck to go into her house and her deck was on fire.
Her deck was,
Yeah.
from
I
one.
said, how would that happen, Shayna? She said, I don't know. But fire department was down there for a long time and the police was there. And then today the police was back down there, so I don't know whether they was thinking it was our or what.
Man,
That's across from the house down here on the corner. It's across the street.
Gotcha.
all right, so the snow removal, I went ahead and, Minnick asked me if he was doing that, I went ahead and told him yes. So he's doing the snow removal. Excuse me. And I wasn't here last month, and I apologize for that. But, well, anyway, let's talk about the pumps again. Twice, since my last visit here, is we had to go across 218 again for Rebecca. Excuse me. And I don't know what's going on with it. Tom got a hold of me again this afternoon. I told him, get it ready for me so I can present it. Because we got to know what happened.
Right. But he didn't get anything.
Man. So that I have to wait till next month.
Well, and I talked to the attorney about that too, because I actually called Deb Davis first to ask her whether or not we could file a lien if they didn't pay it. And she said that's an attorney question. So I called their attorney, and he said that we cannot file a lien,
Yeah.
but what they will do is they will go after them. And I don't know if you remember, well, no, you probably don't, but some time ago, our attorney sent us that they would go after people who owe the town money. They don't charge us anything, but they get 40% of what they collect. So,
It's a high contingency fee.
And I got something else on here. Man, I got a dry throat.
you need some water?
No, I'm good. You got a bottle in there?
I did.
I'll get it.
It's on my desk.
Thank you.
There's a couple new ones there that aren't open.
Thank you.
One is, but I locked it. You have a key?
I normally bring one with me, but
Before we get out of the new business section, can I throw in something that we talked about at the APC?
Oh. No, it's not on the agenda.
Well, that's why I'm asking.
much better. I'm not gonna die. Thank you. All right, so, I wanted to say, down here, say that next time that we have a holiday on a meeting day,
Oh, and so how I changed October's meeting,
Yeah.
because, yeah,
there was a lot of people complaining about
okay.
it, you know, that nobody knew.
So
Yeah.
what should we do?
I think in a situation like that, you still should go through the board, you know, so the board knows it.
Well, see, what happened is I made the meeting schedule, I make the meeting schedule in January,
Yeah,
and I was just, the October one fell on a holiday, so I just changed it. So I guess, maybe, what I could try to do here in December, go through next year's. to
And
make
see if that
sure-
holiday falls
Yeah,
on.
and then present to you in January. Could do that.
yeah.
Present holidays.
Goodness.
Man,
You have to say your piece in between coughs, so you
Get a drink.
I don't know what I
you're gonna
saw.
keep it down long enough.
Yeah. But anyway, there was a lot of complaints, you know, they had no clue.
Who complained? They
Even-
don't,
even
they don't
Barbara.
come to meetings anyhow. Why are they complaining?
Well, true. And,
Just like surgeons, they sent that complaint in, they're not even.
Present holiday schedule in January.
and we won't know about Rebecca's over here until we talk.
Okay.
Okay.
I have one thing.
Sorry. Try to call through my,
This is gonna be a nice live streaming. You said back to Jackie Alford that you had her to tell you how to do the taxes so that you could do it. Are you a CPA?
And that is CPA. It's just a very simple matter of going on. Most clerks will do it. You just go online and submit your taxes. You can take that for payroll. Yeah, it's very simple. I'm not gonna say, and even our software has the capacity to do like W-2 forms and things like that. So yeah,
So why did you have to go to Jackie then?
because I didn't know the exact process, I didn't know all the places I needed to go to sign out for state and federal. So that's what she taught me. So it was very helpful.
What was the software? Was it like TurboTax or?
No, we use, it's Fry software. We use it for, it's Cubic, which does our billing. Then we have Bucks, which does where I write checks. And then there's Chips, which is our payroll. And Chips is the part, payroll, that I could even do W-2 forms and things like that.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna have Schweider doing it this year, because they started the whole year, and they recommended just finishing the year, so they are. But I have signed up now, on the two, to do Indiana taxes and federal taxes. So it's just a matter of doing the Form 941s and 940s.
what, just the taxes for us?
Payroll taxes.
Okay, that's all it is, just payroll
Yeah.
taxes.
Yeah. So it's an easy thing to learn.
So everything else is, the regular CPA does that.
Mhm.
I mean, for our budget and stuff like that, I guess that's what the Board of Accounts does. I mean, we don't have to worry about
We
nothing.
do the budget.
Okay.
But you have help.
Well, yeah, I have I'm meeting with like George Helton or
Yeah.
whatever, and like I say, I learn more every year. Michael, you wanted to present something, right?
Yes. So, Mike Longenheiser, I think that's how you say his name, was asking about he mentioned us and maybe another town or two, I don't remember which ones, but getting back to him on a vision plan,
Which, Sue's actually a part of that already.
or like,
Yeah.
so he was asking if we can get back to him by early December on I guess, whatever we're doing with that?
Well,
They're really,
Because
They
basically
had-
they're just trying to wrap everything together so they can finalize the Wells
see,
County plan.
Yeah, they wanted 2 people from our district, and it was Deb and Paul. And they went,
I couldn't
what,
see
maybe
the-
2 different months, they called you, told you when it was gonna be.
yeah,
One time it was like, what, an hour before the meeting, they called you? And then they haven't been calling you since, have they?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't got
So
no
they
email
don't know
from them.
when, they don't know when they're having the meetings
We actually
to
had a
participate in it.
couple guys out here and we went through a little meeting with them. But it's the 2035 plan, you know, it's, and what it was, we'd go there, you know, and Michael would talk, he led it. And then ask opinions, seeing what other towns can do, you know, to help each other. You know, that's kind of, actually, we was involved with it for 3 different times, and other than that, I mean, I haven't really got anything from them, so I thought it was a done deal, more or less.
Okay.
You know, but we can actually, it's you can let them know, you know, it's, you know, let us know when the next meeting is. Or actually just make sure, or let them know even that we're not for sure what he's asking. You know, I know, you know, they wanna know what we can do to help them, or what maybe they can do to help us, you know, as Wells County.
Mhm.
But I think their goal is still Bluffton. You know, which,
Lufton and Ossian.
And most of those meetings were pertaining to Bluffton and pertaining to Ossian about building and, you know, getting new families in and all this kind of stuff. I mean, really here in Poneto, there's nowhere to expand, you know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, what they were talking about, it's expanding and stuff and,
Well, we have a new home going up.
yeah.
yeah, if we can help, or if they can help us, I mean, you know, I'd be more than happy. You know, to do whatever.
Okay.
Really not sure
I can talk.
where we need to go with this.
Okay.
Mike was a good guy. I mean, you know, he's a good guy, so yeah.
I can reach out to him and say, hey, can you give us a little bit more direction on what it is you're asking of us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to a few meetings and, you know, that's about all we've heard.
Okay.
You know, I haven't heard anything else.
Yeah, he brought it up at the meeting, and I remember seeing, when he said Veritas, I'm like, hey, wait, I think I've seen that packet before.
Yeah.
And so I figured I'd ask.
Yeah, because someone did come here and talk to us, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they would let us know, I'm sure Deb and Paul would go to them.
Okay.
Well, I don't know, because my work schedule now, so
Well, yeah, if you can, I could, or Michael can.
yeah.
I'd vote for Michael.
He's already got enough.
Well, I mean, it depends on when, but if it's something meeting at his office, I work 1 block over, so.
Right. Yeah.
Well, what it has been for us, it was like 5 o'clock, 5 to 6 or 5 to 7, you know, whatever. And again, it's a couple people from each small town, you know, plus some of the people from Bluffton itself. You know, but to be honest with you too, since then, I forgot all about that. It's been a while, you know, since it's been.
Yeah, I don't even see anything.
I think it's
from
been
him.
over a year, hasn't it, since we've been to a meeting?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
probably a year and a half at least.
yeah.
And then it was supposed to have been finished, I think by January of this year. You know, so, yeah, I mean, we're kind of lost. I mean,
January 2025.
Yeah. So maybe you can kind of help us out there and figure out, you know,
What he wants.
I'll reach out to him.
good deal. All right, so we're gonna, that's all we got on that there. Comments from the public? You had Sue. I was thinking of Sue. That's what I said, apologize. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move to approve the approval of the checks. So I'll make a motion to approve the checks.
Before you do that. Cause I give you your list on Thursday and then like I get bills on Monday, so today I wrote a couple more checks. One was Indiana, Michigan, and that's the general for $268.37. And then I wrote in the sewer account to LTN, $23,982. That takes our sewer account down to like $26,000. So I'm getting really low on that.
And that's for all the repairs that they've done.
Yeah, they're listed right here. And then, so this is one now that, because of that $23,000 one, I'm having y'all sign the voucher before I mail the check out tomorrow.
So,
Well,
so
not tomorrow, Wednesday.
to make you guys understand what happened over there, is all 12 of them on that side of 218, they all went out of, it's ordinance, more or less. I mean, it's, nothing was, when they first put it in there 20-some years ago, I mean, everything was to code, and now things are not to code. You know, the boxes are not to code, the boxes are wearing out. I mean, the electrical wires is getting, it's loose and weather cracked and stuff like that. And the beepers and the sirens, they didn't even work no more. You know, so they had to actually, the way I took it is we was made to upgrade, period.
But that was only four pumps. So, I mean, here's my concern. Are we gonna have to upgrade the other 8? Because you said there were 12.
Well,
I don't think we have to do it right away.
well, I don't know. So this is something Tom takes care of. I mean, I was over there with Tom, and I kind of held my hand over the siren, because it was so loud that it was driving the neighbors crazy. So, and then Tom came, you know, showed me how to, and Tom, you know, made sure I had a key, so that I can actually start going in and checking some of this stuff too.
Okay.
You know, and then we just need to get a hold of him and get a hold of Lynn Grove, or let him get a hold of Lynn Grove, and see how much of this is, you know, pumps, how much of it is.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
Well, Paul and I went over there that day that, they were there working on Rebecca's, and he told us then, you know, that, we should make them pay.
I wonder if that's the other, the other.
Yeah, he hadn't started the new wiring and stuff that day.
Because there was like a $404 bill for pump number 5. I wonder if that was.
But he told us that we were the only small town that would pick up the bill.
Right, so as soon as I find out if that's what that belongs to, I'll send it to
I
him.
talked to Tom, and Tom said he talked to L.A. Brown, who is the head of the, you know, Lufkin area, and he said that
You can't do that.
we can't do that.
Charge me.
That's what Tom told me that L.A. said.
Well, our attorney said we can.
Well, we can charge him, but what she left out of it is that Lynn Grove would send the bill straight to the homeowner instead of to the town.
Oh,
So that's what they can't do. They gotta send it to the town pays for it, whatever.
right,
else.
which is how it has been.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we just did that within the last year.
Right, we did that ordinance.
Yeah,
So-
ordinance that, you know, because it's starting to cost a lot of money. And it seems like it's the same houses over and over and over.
Okay, so now you can make a motion to approve checks.
All right. Now we're gonna go to section 8, the approval of the checks. I'll make a motion to approve all the checks.
I second.
Vote.
Aye.
And we can go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and, we can sign it after we adjourn, correct?
That's right.
All right, so we're gonna move to,
It's back.
make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Okay, move to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I second.